Hey guys, what's going on? This is your host Light, and in this video I'll be going over some F2L cases and algorithms which I think you should know, and I'll be also going through some of the cases which you can try and change the F2L case or try preventing it. Without any further delay, let's straight away get into it. Okay, learning to insert F2L pairs in the back slot is the first advice which I'd like to give. This is because if you only insert F2L cases from the front slot, you really do not know what are the things that go behind the cube. Now for example, if you take this as your first pair and you just go ahead and insert it, you notice that you cannot find actually anything much important there. However, if you are looking at the back side of the cube and this pair was right there, even before doing a U move, you notice that these two can be a second F2L pair. And because you have a good muscle memory, you can just leave this pair to your muscle memory, it will handle it and just focus on these two. And now you know that this is your second F2L pair. I know I inserted this into the wrong slot, but that's fine for a moment. I just want to tell you that learn to insert in back slot is really important in F2L, and this will make you look ahead as well as your all the skills and all what you have in cube very nice. The reason is because if you insert things into the back slot, you will have two open front slots right here. However, if you just insert it into the front slot, you have only one slot open. So that will just make your whole solve even worse than it had to be. So learn inserting into the back slot is the first advice. Okay, so the second case is also pretty much like the first case, wherein you need to know how to insert into the back slot. However, here you have the unsolved pair and it should go in its neighboring slot, that is right, this one. So what many of them would do is take it out and then do this case. However, a better way would be really easy if you know the sledgehammer. Now, if you have this case and it needs to go into the back slot, what you need to do is put it the corner on the opposite side of the cube, where it should go. Since it should go here, you need to put it over here. And then perform a sledgehammer on this edge so that the edge comes there and the corner goes right there. And now you have this 3-move insert and you can insert it into the back slot. So you notice that even the first advice which I gave works for the second one as well. Okay, so now you have the third case which I'll be covering through. Even in this case, you need to know the back slot insert. And here, you saw in the previous case it had to go in the neighboring slot. However, in this case, it needs to go in the opposite slot. So, the algorithm which you need to perform here is by keeping the corner where it needs to go. For example, the corner needs to go over here, so you need to keep it in that row itself. And then you need to perform this algorithm like this. And you notice that this easily puts it over in its correct place. So that was only 5 moves in total, and you notice the efficiency of that algorithm. So go ahead, and you can also see that algorithm on screen. So go ahead and practice it, and that is a really important F2L alg. I found it a few days ago and I felt like I should share it with you. Okay, so most of us actually dislike this case when you have this the correct pair but in the wrong orientation and in its correct slot. However, if all the other 3 were solved, you could not prevent this case, but if they are not solved, you should actually take advantage. Notice that if you want to solve this pair, instead of going ahead and then using this slot, what you can do here is use this slot. So you can take it out and then insert it, and then you have these two. So that becomes a 3-move insert. And if you do that, you notice you can easily prevent such cases. So these are the things I wanted you people to know, and I hope this has helped you the whole video. If you did find it helpful, please leave a comment and leave a like on the video. Show some support to the channel by subscribing, and I'll see you guys shortly. Stay tuned, be sound.